This is Mark, and I'm going to be working on my NCR helmet. So here's the basic helmet. If you've seen in my picture or my pictures I took the box here off, and I'm switching it out for something that's going to look a little bit more streamlined on it, as you can see. Starting out. So now I'm just going to show you, I'll give a little walkthrough with some of my electrical. I'm not going to be making anything permanent today, just show you how it works, because when I first started messing, or when I wanted to start working with this, I like, how the hell do I run the wires and all this crap, and no one ever shows, so I'm going to do a little video on that. So I went to the Radio Shack, and I was able to buy all this stuff. Bought a 9-volt connector. Wasn't that expensive, and 9-volt battery. Also bought this toggle switch right here, and this part I'll get out and show it to you. The light bulb and this piece, the part that you screw in the light bulb, I got about $3 for both of those. And then I just bought a flashlight, and I cut that part out. So you can screw that on there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start out cutting off some wire here. Don't need a lot, really. So I bought, it was about $8-9. You get 3 spools. I don't have the third spool. It's another grounding wire, I think. I'm not very sure what the 3 wires are. I know it's green. So if anyone out there, just comment on it, and I'll put it in the description. But it came with 3 spools, but the ones I'm going to focus on, the red spool and the black spool, which, same colors for this connector. So, just going to cut off a little bit here. Now, just going to get a dull blade. Now, just give myself a little leeway right here. Just going to shave off the end of this wire. This might take a minute. It's easier. First time I did this, I actually had scissors. Let me try using the scissors here. I'd use these right here, but they have see those teeth right there, and it makes it kind of hard. So, sure, everyone out there who actually does this are like, "Oh my God, no, don't do that." But make do with what you got. There we go. Now, as you can see, you can start seeing that copper right there. I pulled it off a little bit. You ain't going to be really shaving it off. All you're doing is you're cutting through that insulation. So now you can just pull it off. And you want to do this to both sides. And also, by the end of this, I'm going to give you a little walkthrough about what I plan for my cosplay. Let's get in there. There we are. Once again, you see that? Hopefully you saw me pulling there. If not, I'm sorry. So I got those 2 ends here. And when you get these connectors, they're going to be pre-shaved. Not that much. I had gotten that done. Probably they'll have about that much shaved off anyway. Now, what I've done is you take, your 9-volt connector, you make a little hook at the end there, and you're going to have, I've already done this with the other wire, but you're going to have these 3 prongs, and you're going to hook your connector, the battery connector, through this middle, the red, and this is going to be the red line, right through that middle hole. If you actually look, I don't know how well you can see, there's holes in those prongs. It's going right through there. And that's just a little quick run through. It'll look a lot nicer when it's all said and done. A little better hook. There we go. Now, what you're going to do now, on your light fixture, you're going to want to run it through that prong, top prong right there, from the light. And that's just going to continue the circuit there. Got a little bend. Whoops the daisies. Alright. Now, you're going to take the black wire from your connector for your battery line right through that other hole. Let's go ahead and pre-bend this a little bit. The reason why I put it in my mouth is so I can have a second hand to hold it with. I'm not bending it with my mouth. So. There we go. And now we've ran the circuit right there. So, just going to go ahead and close the light on here. There we go. So now what we're going to do is just hook up the battery. Whoop! Black wire came out! Can't be having none of that. Got you down better. Now we're just going to take your 9-volt battery, get in here, and flip your toggle switch. And there we have it. You now just ran a circuit. So essentially what I'm going to do is also bought this at Radio Shack. A little light. Unfortunately, when I bought it and tried to use it, I found out that it was, I don't know if you can see that, but it's yeah, it's a 110 volt light, which as you could imagine does not work on a 9 volt. 110 does not run off a 9 volt. So essentially what I did was I ripped out the guts, the light, and all that bits, and I'm going to put an LED light in this, and I'm going to put this in this little top piece right here, which in my first video is what you saw me pull out, which was this little thing. What I'm going to do is I am going to run this red wire, oops, save that problem, run this red wire from here to here where that LED is going to be, which I'm going to drill a little hole in there, then run another red wire from the other prong in the LED to this light, and then run the black light from here to the black wire from there to the battery. And then whenever I turn it on, both lights will come on at the same time. I'd like to hook it up to where they go separately, but you know, I need a 3-way switch, and I don't. And those were actually like 20 bucks. I'm like, yeah, nah, this works for now. So it's just unfortunately I had to put these in 3 parts because of my phone, because my camera is being a total dick. So never mind that. It seems it doesn't want to, you know, put my videos on on my computer, so I cannot do it. But I still have my voices that I can talk in, so I guess that makes me a little bit entertaining. Entertaining. Exterminate. Exterminate. Knowledge. Anyway, so that's more or less it, guys. Thank you for watching my ramblings on here. I hope I taught people something. And hopefully everyone that was having the same problem I was, which was, you know, hey, how do I run the electronics? Because people who put tutorial in their video just be like, oh no, there, you know, here's the helmet, it does this. Yeah, lights comes on, ha ha, you know, oh, here's the wires. But I'm like, dude, that's not a tutorial. So hopefully this will help people who are having the same problem I was. And when it's all said and done, I will show you how it works, and if the wiring to the LED doesn't work the way it's I just told it to, I will make another video just to explain, like, hey, this is what happened, and that's how you really do it. So
it's fun.
Alright, so later, guys.